Has Dan Campbell been an idiot all season long when he has gone on fourth down, 4th and 1, 4th and 2? We've seen him go down. We've seen him go in a game when he was up by 10 on a 4th and 7 and gone for it. He's been doing it all season long. He believes in his team. And when you believe in your team, you can believe that no matter what position your team is in, or in the position or in a bad position your team is in, or if you're down by 10 or 15 points, you're always going to believe your team can come back. Well, Dan Campbell in the fourth quarter took the chance. Was it a good move? No, it was a stupid move. Is he going to be attacked? Of course he is. We've seen this before, okay? Matt LaFleur has done it a lot this year with the Green Bay Packers on fourth downs and made mistakes running the ball. He's put himself in bad positions, which has cost Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers in a few games this year on losses. You take chances, but when you take chances, there are also chances that you can take that could take you to that next level. Now, Dan Campbell wants to go to the Super Bowl this year. This is a team that went to an NFC title game. They were up by almost 20 points going to the second half against San Francisco and then choked. Why? Because of bad mistakes. Dan Campbell needs to clean up some of those mistakes, but there's no question if he believes in his team and he believes that his team, and by the way, do you think Dan Campbell didn't practice this?
Yeah.
Do you think that Dan Campbell didn't think that this might have happened in this game if they were down by just a few or 10 points or whatever they were down at the time with 12 minutes left? He had a game plan, and he follows through with his game plan. Dan Campbell wouldn't be up for Coach of the Year over the last 2 seasons, including this year, where he has a chance to possibly win. I think right now, even with the mistake that he made yesterday against Buffalo, Dan Campbell is the Coach of the Year. He has done enough this year. His team's one of the best defensive teams in all of football with all those injuries. Just think about it. They have 20 injuries. I would say 10 or 12 of them are defensive injuries. Mm-hmm. You lost your best pass rusher. Actually, you lost 2 of your best pass rushers. You lost Aiden Hutchinson in the beginning of the season. Then you added Smith at the trade deadline. Okay, the guy is not 100% healthy, as we all know. And then you lose a guy like McNeil, who is going to the Pro Bowl and probably was a second-team All-Pro player this year. He was that good as a defensive lineman. And then you lose your best corner for a significant amount of time with a broken jaw. Honestly, it's remarkable what this team has done defensively all season long. And not just because of Dan Campbell, but what this coaching staff has done all season long with the injuries that they've had, and then gone out there and won games that they shouldn't have won. And this is not the Kansas City Chiefs where they're winning by 2 or 3 points. Right. And this is a team that is demolishing teams, good teams. I don't know if anybody watched Detroit and the Rams play this year. Okay, that's a good team. The Rams are a good team. All right, there's no lie on what Detroit has done this year, and it has a lot to do with Dan Campbell. You gotta take chances in the NFL, and when you take chances, you gotta live and die by them. Dan Campbell at the end of the game said it pretty easy, and he says, "I trust my team. I'm going to put my team in the best position to win." My team was in the best position to win. Oh well, we lost the game. We're going to go back out there. We're going to go back at practice. We're going to work on some things. We're going to go back out there next week and put up a bigger and a better number. That's what you want to hear from your coach. You're not going to gripe on to the next game. That's all you want to hear from your coach. Because trust me, when it comes down to it, in a playoff game, when your team is down by 3 and you're in a position where you need to get that 1 or 2 yards and you need to take a chance, the only coach that I trust that is going to go for it and believes in his team more than any coach in the NFL is Dan Campbell.
What Dan Campbell does is consistency for me. And he holds himself accountable. He believes in his players. And I think his players believe in the fact that, yeah, he's going to go for it. He is that coach that believes in us, that we can do this. And it's obviously shown, and history's repeated itself in how many times he's gone for it in fourth down. And you're like, well, is that the right move? Whatever. Like, I like the consistency of it. It's like you always hit on 16 or you don't hit on 16. He's hitting on 16 every time and he's going for it. And I love the aggressiveness. I mean, that's kind of his his attitude. It's his mantra. I would love to see what his blood pressure is. Man, he chews gum like he hates it. I mean, his jaw would be getting a workout on the sideline. He was chomping down on some gum. I was like, that thing has no flavor left.
Does
He's
that all the
chewing on
time.
rubber.
He's starting from Pete
Oh,
Carroll.
it's unbelievable. So, but I love the way he handles it. I love that he is always accountable, and he isn't a coach that puts it on the players. He puts it on himself, and that's what I love about him. And to your guys' point, you're 100% right. With all these injuries, obviously a huge name with Aiden going down, and you have, more than half of your guys on the defensive side of the ball hurt, and you're still going to be coach of the year and have one of the best, if not the best team in the NFL. I think it's a tribute to him and his staff and his belief in his players and how he believes in his coaching model. And he's not going to apologize for it. He's going to do no matter what anybody says. Mind you, I guess if I was built like J.J. Watt, I'd probably say something to Dan Campbell, but I'm probably just going to keep my opinions to myself.